Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are again. This is Tuesday evening here in Kuala Lumpur. So if you are getting ready for the 24-hour fasting that we are going to do tomorrow on Wednesday, by now you should have finished your dinner if you are already in the evening. And once you finish your dinner, look at the time that you finished it, because you want to know by tomorrow. And the time that you finished will tell you the time that you start having your dinner on the dinner of Wednesday, if you want to do the extra celebration challenge of the 24-hour fast. So for example, if you finished your dinner at 8 p.m. on Tuesday, then you start your dinner at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, the next day, you just go back to your normal feeding window. You don't need to count 16 hours again. Just go back to your regular feeding window. Or if you had your dinner earlier, if you are in an early feeding window. So let's say you finish your dinner at 4 p.m. because you started at 8, your feeding window, for example. So finish at 4 p.m. Then tomorrow you start your dinner at 4 p.m. and here you have 24 hours of fasting. This will be a fantastic experience for us to celebrate the intermittent fasting challenge. And I came online tonight to talk to you about a different thing, to talk to you about next steps. Just like we talk about next steps in the intermittent fasting realm when we did the last Q&A this week, and I was telling you about if you want to keep on intermittent fasting, what are some of the options? You can stay on 16/8, you can increase your fasting window, you can decrease your fasting window, or you cannot fast at all. But we're talking about next steps within the intermittent fasting realm. Still looking at the radiator. Now I want us to look at engine. I want us to look at a bigger thing, at a more powerful tool that relates to your nutrition that can 10x the results that you got on intermittent fasting. It's time now also, what are next steps to explore other things to go beyond in your health and fitness journey. There are so many things, not only intermittent fasting. Now let's go. Intermittent fasting is a very good way to start. It's a very simple tool that you can master very easily. Now, let's go for the Godzilla. Let's go for the monster. Let's go for the thing that really make the difference. And to get started, I just want to acknowledge you once more for being here. You know, these days to me I've been bubbly. I've just been looking at the comments and the posts on intermittent fasting challenge, and I'm really proud of you for having showed up to this challenge. You know, just for having allowed yourself to try it, to do it. And I know that from this challenge there were two types of situations. There were a group of people who got results from intermittent fasting already. And I saw posts today of some of you who lost 11 pounds in this 1 month out of just intermittent fasting. A lot of you saying that you improved the sleep and got better energy. Even if the weight loss was not so much there, a lot of other benefits, especially on the mindfulness and this relationship with your body. A lot of people are celebrating these types of things. And then there's the other group of people who didn't get results out of this 1 month of challenge or intermittent fast. And you can see that in the group too. And I think it's beautiful that people are sharing their journeys. They're saying, hey, guess what? I didn't get much out of this journey. I still enjoy to try it, but I didn't get much results. I didn't see, improvements in energy, or my skin didn't get better, or I didn't lose any weight or even gained weight. So there are clearly two different types of situation. And continuing to explore on intermittent fasting as a tool can improve any of the situation. So if you got results, you can stretch them by changing your feeding window, by increasing your feeding window perhaps, or by changing it, or maybe by decreasing it if it's being too stressful. If you haven't got any results, you can still explore intermittent fasting a bit more to stretch your potential and get some results out of it. But this is only one tool, right? So if you're applying intermittent fasting here and you reached this potential and you for 1 month you mastered the main protocol, now by optimizing this tool, you can maybe get here. And at some point you say, even if I don't get any result, you can still get to where other people got if you explore more variables of this one tool. Now imagine that if on top of this intermittent fasting, you introduce a different whole system, not even a tool, but a different whole system of nutrition that can just shoot these results up through the roof. It's not only stretching the whole potential of intermittent fasting, it's going a lot beyond it. Because on intermittent fasting, we talk a lot when to eat and when not to eat. But we don't go the way of talking what to eat and what not to eat. How do you know what is right for your body? How do you know what nutrients really your body needs and what is the amount, and how to get your brain to identify this, your brain to get rewired so it can make the choices that are naturally going in the direction of giving your body all the nutrients it needs. So this is a whole different set of tools that not only can boost your intermittent fasting potential of results, but now you have other pillars that are giving you results in these areas too. So looking at the whole nutrition from up, like if you zoom out and look at the whole nutrition system, this can really multiply the results that you got. If you're from the group of people who got a lot of results from intermittent fasting, there's a whole system of nutrition. That is what I want to talk to you in this video. That can really boost these results really far, because now you're introducing different tools together, and not only increase your weight loss to a extent that I never seen before in any other program, but also increase your energy, get rid of inflammation. There are people even reversing diabetes type 2 in this program, and it's like crazy things. Even autoimmune diseases. There are people that are reversing autoimmune diseases because of the amount of inflammation that you get rid once you get in tune with the right foods to eat. So it's a really big deal. And if you didn't get results out of intermittent fasting, now this system will introduce you all different types of tools that you will explore to get results from them. So this will give you a whole new set of avenues. Remember that I told you that if I want to get results and improve my health and fitness, and I want either to lose weight or improve my energy, intermittent fasting is a tool that can help you, but it's not the thing that you need to do. There are many other tools, and this is a whole system that presents you to all of these tools and let you explore, guide you to explore them. So it's a really powerful thing that if you didn't get results from intermittent fasting, now there's a whole other system that you can explore that can get you to results that are almost inevitable. And I want to show you some stories of some people. And I'm this excited as you can see talking to you about this system that is the WildFit program, and probably you have if you're familiar with the WildFit concept, or if you're following our conversations, you probably guessed it. And I'm so excited about it because it's that good. I mean, it's the most powerful nutrition program that I ever been through, and it is the only one who managed to improve the health and fitness condition in my family. So this started with my sister. My sister, when she was a teenager, she was always in really good shape. But she got married very early, when she was 23 more or less. And after she got married, things kind of drifted away a little bit. And then for many years, for around 8 years, she started gain weight, and every year she was consistently, but slowly but consistently gaining weight. And after weight gain doesn't come alone. Weight gain is not even the issue. Of course that we want to have a body that we feel good inside, that looks good as well. But weight gain comes with a lot of health conditions. And in the July of the last year, this is the conversation that I started with my sister. I remember that she was talking to me on WhatsApp because she lives in Brazil, I live in Malaysia. I was asking her how she is doing, and she said, from yesterday, I couldn't get up from bed. And I said, why is that? Are you sick? Or she said, no, it was a birthday of her husband, and she spent a whole day cooking. So she was standing in the kitchen preparing some cakes and some food for the people to come and celebrate. And she said, I don't remember the last time that I spent a whole afternoon standing, and today the pain in my back is so hard that I just can't get up from bed because her body was heavy. And this is one of the things that come together with weight gain. Now she says my knees hurt, and that's part of all the inflammation that comes with a lot of weight gain. And energy is not as good as it used to be. Sleep doesn't have quality, and then throughout the day she gets tired, and that was a whole global symptoms that I said, we will do something. Let's try something different. Let's try the WildFit program. And she said, yeah, it's a really good idea, but she doesn't speak English, and WildFit is all in English. So how do we do that? I said, no problem. I have an idea. So when you are on the WildFit program, you receive daily videos. So you have the Mind Valley app. Every day you open that, it unlocks a new video that talks to you about the new instructions for the day or new instructions for the next week. So every day for these 3 months is 90 days in the WildFit challenge. Every day I would open the app, I would watch the video myself, and then I would open WhatsApp and record an audio message to my sister saying, this is what the video is saying, this is what the instructions for today, these are the theory behind the main next steps. And for 3 months we were having this. And then WildFit has live coaching calls as well during the weekend. That Eric admits, there's the teacher of the course, he jumps on a call with people and he coaches them. So I would watch these 1 hour calls, and then I would see what the main tips and techniques that he was applying, and I was sending to my sister on the audio message on WhatsApp. And for 90 days she started applying, she started following WildFit. I was doing this instant translation, right? The adaptation and translation into Brazilian Portuguese. And I'm not gonna lie, at the end of the program she was crying. And after these 3 months, I remember she sent me a picture, and she said, you see the skirt that I'm wearing now? I don't wear this since before I get married. It's been 10 years that I cannot wear the same skirt, and now it fits again. And this is just a tangible, visual milestone that represents so much more. She says, now my belief about food and nutrition has completely changed. The way that she relates to food and nutrition has completely shifted. And the food that she prepares for her daughter, who is 5 years old, and her husband, is completely to a level that empowers their body and their health. If you are a high-performing human being, you need to work from a high-performing body as well. And this kept on going, and these were weights that she didn't regain, although she finished the program. So she started in September, October, November. She finished in November of the last year. And as of now, she keeps on losing weight. She maintains the weight that she has, and whenever she wants to lose weight, she knows exactly what she wants, what she needs to do, because WildFit does this thing that it teaches you to think in a different way. It's the link that I want to show you. What I want to show you now is the masterclass. There's a 1 hour masterclass that's completely for free. that gives you the 5 main steps, explains you the 5 main principles behind WildFit. So even if you don't join the program, at least go through this masterclass, because then you're not going to have the whole 3 months of guided journey that helps you develop the behaviors, but the secrets are there. The main principles of the whole program are in this masterclass. If you go to the link of the description of this video, there's a link. If you go to that link, you will sign up for a masterclass. I put up a page only for the people who did the 28-day intermittent fasting challenge. So you see a page that is exactly especially for you. You see on the top of the page, there's like, congratulations for the intermittent fasting challenges. We made it only for you, to give you a link for the masterclass, because the masterclass gives you the 5 principles of this program. And if you combine this program, what you learn over the course of these 90 days, with what you learned with the one month of intermittent fasting, then you are in a place that after 3 months or after 6 months or by the end of this year, imagine 2019 as the year of the complete transformation. By the end of this year, when you look back, you said, what happened? It's this powerful. You combined the most complete system on nutrition to rewire your brain to get the right food choices and lead you to your ideal goal, with a daily system that is intermittent fasting that helps you develop the mindfulness and plan your schedule to boost, to combine these results. So it's this powerful tool with this huge powerful system that can just give you not only weight loss, but improve your health in a completely overall way. And I have a couple of stories that I want to show you. So I'll turn my camera right now to my laptop, because there's some pictures of some people that went through the WildFit, and I really want to show you. Whenever we talk about WildFit, we're this passionate, because it looks too good to be true. And I'm this excited because it is true. I went through WildFit myself, and you will see my transformation in my computer screen as well. So let me show you here. Here I am with my light. You can see my reflection in the wall. But I want to show you the screen of the laptop, and you see this lady here is called Jacqueline, and just see. This is Jacqueline before WildFit, and this is 90 days. It's not like a year after. It's 90 days after the challenge. The challenge takes 90 days, so here's Jacqueline at the end. And what she says, Jacqueline was this person that tried different types of diets and pills and products and programs and all sorts of solutions to lose weight that you can think and you can find online, and these things never worked for her until she found WildFit. In 90 days, she released 46 pounds. So 46 pounds. If you operate in kilos, this is more or less 23 kilos. 89 inches and 4 dress sizes, and you can see like how big this transformation was for her into 90 days. And this is one of the common stories that we see on WildFit. It's this program that changes that gives you the results, those changes that you didn't manage to get from other results. And the main reason is because the design of the whole program was done by Eric Edmeades, that is a Mind Valley teacher, and he studied very deeply the diet that human beings, the types of food that were made for human beings. And he studied anthropology and went for spent 3 weeks in the East Africa with the Bushmen. That are people that are still hunters and gatherers, the way that live in the same lifestyle that we used to live when we were hunters and gatherers 150,000 years ago. This is the way our bodies evolved to perform. So he was there studying what are their eating habits, what are their daily habits in terms of health and fitness, and he figured out the patterns that they have in terms of their nutrition. And they realize that all animals have a type of a diet. Diet is the types of food that the animal eats. So the elephant has the elephant diet, the lion has the lion diet. And if you give them food that is outside of their diet, this is when their health starts to fall apart. And he studied what is the human diet. What are the foods that our bodies were designed to eat? And what are the foods that we have today that our bodies were not designed to eat? But what he goes beyond, because we can have many programs on the internet that gives you, these are the foods that we should eat, and these are the foods that we should not eat. And some of the things are not even new to us anymore. But he's really good in behavioral change. So WildFit, over the course of these 3 months, does this really incredible job of operating with your brain. So all those changes that in the beginning may seem overwhelming, as you go through WildFit, you see, wow, at the end of 3 weeks, at the end of the 4 weeks, at the end of 9 weeks, you change a whole lot of habits and you didn't even feel that you're making this effort, because Eric is expert on guiding this behavioral change. And this is why Jacqueline, for example, says that from all the programs that she tried, WildFit was what really moved the needle, because not only is very solid in the science of nutrition, but also gives you, it guides you, holds you by the hand, and you do this in a natural way. When you realize after 90 days you're a completely different person, not only physically, but your behaviors as well, in terms of your nutrition, in terms of your health. And you don't even realize that you didn't need to make the effort to say, man, today I'm changing everything. These things happen very naturally. This is one of the stories. And then we have here another one. Let me show you this story here. This is Chris. And this is Chris before WildFit. This is Chris after WildFit. So in the right is before, in the left is after, as you can see. And he says, so Chris was a guy with ulcerative colitis. This is a type of inflammation that you have inside your intestines. This is a type of a health condition that my dad has as well, and it's really limiting in terms of how your body gets weak and debilitated because of this big inflammation that I have inside your guts. And for my dad, what he always learned is that there's no cure for colitis. You can only treat and chill with it. And Chris had all his symptoms reversed. And he released 32 pounds, so this is more or less 16 kilos. And his all these symptoms of ulcerative colitis went away on day 28 out of 90. So in the beginning of the challenge already, he was already reversing the symptoms. Acid reflux gone, which was something really bad for him. Improved his sleep, his varicose veins diminished. Prostate health was also better, and you see that it goes beyond the weight loss. It goes beyond only the tummy. There's a bunch of health benefits. For that reason, that WildFit has this core principle of what is the nutrition for human beings. What are the types of nutrients that we should have and the type of nutrients that we should not. And this is the kind of results that the people are getting. And this is Diane. She's from Canada. And what she wanted was to lose her menopause belly. And here she is. This is before WildFit. This is after. And she's down 15 pounds in 20.5 inches. So she did this after she went through menopause, and a lot of women, when they go through menopause, they gain weight, and it's hard to lose it because your hormones are altered now. This is what I heard from my mom, for example. It's like she got the weight after menopause and never got off after this whole process. And this is what Diane was celebrating. After WildFit, she lost the menopause belly. But beyond that, you see that she was in a very big problem of hair loss. And she says that my hair and nails are growing instead of falling or breaking. I was suffering a major hair loss for almost 2 years. I tried so many products, and with the results, but a WildFit, my hair got stronger and stopped losing it. And you can imagine how she feels now. Imagine how she feels after she went through menopause, went back to the shape that she had, but now hair and nails, her body is stronger and healthier. Imagine how she feels after this. And this is Tim. Look at this. This is unbelievable. This is Tim before and this is Tim after WildFit. And what he says is that WildFit has been a quantum improvement in my life. He released 30 pounds and everything about his health is headed in the right direction. And he's no longer diabetic. Look at this line. This is a very bold thing, especially for someone, for a senior person who is now paying a lot of attention to his health, and being as a senior person with overweight is a very limiting and debilitating condition that only piles up to other health conditions. And now Tim is saying, you know, after I went through all this nutrition transformation, diabetes is no longer a problem. And diabetes is something that only is the main cause that gets people blind after they are 65 years old. There are amputations of limbs, and it's one of the things that leads people to there is a high amount of people with diabetes type 2 once they achieve achieve an age that is above 65, that die out of cardiovascular disease. And so reversing this not only means that you're now feeling better in your body, but your longevity is increased. So this is why I'm excited about this program, because it gives this type of quality of life for people that go through it. And then we have more people here. This is Maria. She used to work with us at Mind Valley, and you see before and after this 90 days, you see this big transformation. It's a young lady, lost 6 kilos, so this is around 12 to 15 pounds, and can finally fit in all her clothes. And what she says is that it wasn't just a 3-month program, it was an education for a lifetime. This is the characteristic of WildFit that helps you, the behavioral change that is very special in this program. And then we have here Joel from India, and you see also the before and after. And he says that in 90 days he was amazed, like how come he didn't believe after 90 days that this was this transformation that he went through. Through these 90 days he dropped 31 pounds and managed to lose 20.5 inches. This is amazing. You see that, this huge transformations left and right in this program sounds really too good to be true. And then you have Virginia, that is a Mind Valley member that goes, if you go to A-Fest sometime, you get to meet her, because she always goes to the events that we organize. She is a social influencer, and you see the before and after, how big this transformation is. Imagine how she felt in the beginning, not only because of the body shape, but also because of how your body feels when it's not in a healthy state. And imagine how she feels here, not only again but body shape, but the health baseline that is raised with this new body that she got. And look at this guy. This is Wayne. This doesn't look like 3 months. This looks like at least 2 years of a whole program. And this was 90 days of WildFit. And he said when I started WildFit, he weighed 217 pounds. And when he finished, he weighed 190 pounds. And the difference, it's obvious, it's amazing, it's unbelievable. And this is my transformation. This is me before WildFit, and this is me after WildFit. And what I do here is that every year, there is a time of the year that I'm gaining weight. And this is the time that I purposefully gain weight, because this is the way that I build muscle, that I gain strength in the gym as well. But then after I gain weight, sometimes I gain 5, sometimes I gain 10 kilos, you see that I also gain a lot of fat. And then there's a time of the year that I'm losing weight. So this is not the first time that I go from this stage to this state, more or less. But at this time, this happened last year. So this was in August last year, and this was in the middle. This was not even at the end of the program. This was at the middle of the program, more or less in October, because I was in India for a conference, and I remember this picture here. And at this time, I always apply strategies to go from a state of high body fat percentage to a state of low body fat percentage. And this time I said I will let WildFit do its job. So I'm not gonna apply a very specific strategy. I'll just apply WildFit and keep doing my strength training as I always do, and see if I can get the results while I'm exercising. Because most of the people that do WildFit, they achieve that huge transformation without doing any type of exercise. And I do a whole bunch of strength training, and I said I'm gonna do the same training, and instead of applying the systems that I always apply to reduce my body fat, this time my strategy will be WildFit. And this is the result that I got. This was halfway. This was by week 8 or week 9, more or less off. So this is what I want to make sure that you know by the end of intermittent fasting. Even if you're not ready to try the program, at least go through the masterclass, because the masterclass has all the main principles, not all the principles, but the main principles that WildFit applies. And if you manage to apply them on your own, for example, you can experience a lot of these benefits that go beyond intermittent fasting. And if right now you're thinking about next steps, what else can you explore besides intermittent fasting in this realm of health and fitness? I think the best next step for you is to take 1 hour, 60 minutes and watch this masterclass. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I wanted to share with you today. I'll also send this link to you through email, because I want to make sure that at least you know it. Even if you don't watch it, it's fine, but I want to make sure you know, because I'm committed with your results. If you got results, if you didn't get results in intermittent fasting is only one tool. There's a whole big thing that we'll keep on talking about in this community, and I want to make sure that you know, because if you do it, the results are kind of inevitable. And if you're ready for it, I'm pretty sure that in 3 months from now, we are now in May, so May, June, July, in beginning of August, some of you will have a conversation with me in this Facebook group and say, wow, I feel like I'm a different person now. And I want to get to that state. I want to see it. I want to see your pictures there too. And so that's why I want to let you know, and you can see how passionate and excited I am, because this is a true thing. And I really want to make sure that I share this with you. That's it. The link is in the description for the masterclass. I'll come back. I'll also send this to your email tomorrow to make sure that you know it. And the people who didn't watch it, to make sure that you also know. I will remind you of that. And going back to the 24-hour fast, if you're in, tomorrow I'll also come back to tell you how to break the fast. We break the fast in the 24 hours. You want to optimize the way you absorb nutrients from a first meal. So I talk to you tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Big hug from Malaysia. Ciao.